Hey, what's up? It's Vince Leah, and we're gonna be making mashed potatoes with the sexiest chef I know.
Hi Vince, you ready to get cooking? Hello, I'm Brian Patton, the Sexy Vegan from thesexyvegan.com, and today I'm gonna make for you the only mashed potato recipe you will ever need. Why is it the only one you'll ever need? Because I have tested lots of potatoes, lots of different liquids and different types of ingredients to land on the absolute best possible, fluffiest, creamiest, tastiest mashed potatoes you are ever gonna put in your face. First thing we need to do, we're gonna preheat our oven to 425. We're gonna bake a russet potato, but before we do that, we're gonna make some vegan buttermilk. This is my selection of choice, is the So Delicious cashew milk. Put it in here. We need about 3/4 of a cup for 2 pounds of potatoes. And to give it that tang, and to help sort of curdle the milk, we are going to use some apple cider vinegar, and it's just gonna, you know, it's apple cider, it's sort of fall flavor, so we're gonna add some of this and stir it around. Now we're gonna let that set for about 10 minutes, and that is basically gonna sour the milk. And the reason we're using buttermilk instead of just your typical straight up non-dairy milk is it's gonna add this other layer of flavor, this contrasting tang that's gonna play nicely with the earthy, creamy, rich potatoes. So we're gonna use two different potatoes, two different types of potatoes. We're gonna use russet potatoes and we're gonna use Yukon Gold potatoes. So let's talk about Yukon Gold. So these are a medium starch potato, and the most important thing about potatoes is their amount of starch and the amount of water that's inside of them. And the reason we're using these is because they have a creamy texture. They are going to absorb some water. We are going to infuse some flavor into this water with some aromatics and some salt. So these are already going to be pre-seasoned by the time we start processing them into mashed potatoes. We are gonna boil these Yukon Golds. Because they're a medium starch potato, they're only gonna absorb a little bit of water, but we're gonna also take advantage of the fact that they're gonna absorb some of that boiling water by adding some flavors. And we're gonna add just a couple of these dried bay leaves, about 4 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna smash those really quickly. Tablespoon and a half of salt. These potatoes are already gonna be seasoned. By the time you get to the end, when you're processing the potatoes and you mix them together with your other ingredients, you're almost not gonna have to add any more salt because this is gonna be enough salt just on these potatoes to season the whole thing. So let's just get these on the stovetop and we'll bring them to a boil. Always start boiling potatoes in cold or room temperature water to ensure even cooking. So the other potato, good old-fashioned russet potato. Now, a lot of people will boil these to make mashed potatoes. Please don't do that. These are a very high starch, low water potato. So when something doesn't have a lot of water, it's going to tend to absorb the water. So if you're boiling it, not only is the starch going to absorb the water that's in the potatoes, it's also gonna absorb the water that is from outside of the potato, and you're gonna get soggy, waterlogged potatoes. So that's why we are going to bake these with the tines of a fork. You wanna go all the way to the middle, because what's gonna happen is as it heats up, the starch granules start to separate and they start to absorb the water that's inside the potato. It also turns that water into steam. So while you do want to get all this steam and liquid out of the potato, but if you don't poke holes in it, there's going to be pressure inside here because the steam will have nowhere to go. Then you'll have an exploded potato to deal with, which does not make great mashed potatoes. And then we just bake it in the oven real quick.
And how long do we bake them in the oven for?
That's gonna take about an hour.
And what do we do now?
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Feats of strength? Taking you down!
Oh away, man!
Taking you down!
Going down, sexy!
No way! What are we at? Was that like 30?
Yeah, 100!
What? Oh! 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 Okay, we ready?
Ready!
Let's do it.
Okay. Are you sure this is how they do wrestling?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. This is wrestling, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. It does feel a little weird though.
You
could use a little bit of a trim.
You know, I was due for one.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Awesome.
Okay, my man, you're about to be cut like a pro.
All right.
All right.
Have you done this before?
course. You got nothing to worry about.
Potatoes are done.
Potatoes are done. Yay! So our Yukon Golds are all boiled and soft, and we're just gonna drain them. We're gonna fish out the bay leaves and the garlic cloves, and we're gonna add these potatoes back into the pot just for a minute. Put it over a low flame just to get any excess water out of those potatoes and off the surface of the potatoes. So that's just gonna take like 30 seconds to a minute. Grab my russet potato that I had baking, and that is ready, and you can tell that because you can pass a fork through it very, very easily. We're just gonna cut it in half, and we're gonna let the steam escape a little bit. So now we need our bowl. I know these are called mashed potatoes, but potatoes should never, ever be mashed with a masher. You'll end up also remashing the potatoes that you already mashed just because you're trying to get your masher around the bowl, and that's gonna release too much of the starch and have gummy potatoes. That's why we are using my favorite mashed potato implement, the potato ricer. You can also use a food mill. Those are bigger, more expensive, but this is very simple. So it's like a giant garlic press. You have all these little holes. Plunger pushes the potato through the holes. Other bonus, you don't have to peel your russets because this is gonna do it for you. So we take one half of the potato, we put it in the potato ricer. And then we just squeeze, and look at that come out like that. And it's called a potato ricer because when it comes out, it looks like rice. And then all you are left with in this is the skin. See, it did its peeling for you. I like to toss those with a little butter and salt and eat them as a snack. So we are going to do the same with the Yukon Gold potatoes. Once again, beautiful golden color. And that is it. So now we have this beautiful, fluffy mountain of piping hot potatoes. I know it looks fluffy and pillowy, but don't try to take a nap on it. It's gonna burn inside your face. So now is the time where we add our other liquid, our vegan butter, our milk, and you think, oh, okay, just throw it all in there at the same time. Do not do that. There's science things going on here. So what you wanna do is you wanna have your vegan butter already melted. I'm using Earth Balance here. You wanna have it already melted and warm, at least warm. And we're gonna add it first. We're gonna stir it in first because this is going to coat the granules of starch in these potatoes, and it's gonna prevent them from absorbing too much of the liquid. We're gonna use a rubber spatula, and we're just gonna fold that butter in and make sure all those little riced potatoes get coated in the butter. We are gonna go in with our vegan buttermilk. You can see that it's sort of curdled a little bit, and that's kind of what you want in there. So we're gonna add, I'm not gonna add all of it, I'm gonna save a little bit of it because I might not need it all. Gently fold it in. Just add a little bit of white pepper. It's a little milder and more earthy than your black pepper. It doesn't have that really assertive flavor. It's just a nice background situation. And then we're gonna fold that in as well. And then these potatoes are done. Like all good chefs, you must taste before you serve to your guests. So let's see if we need any salt or anything. They don't need anything. Might I say they're perfect? I might say that. I will say that. These are perfect.
All right, Brian, well, thanks for showing us this only mashed potato recipe that we'll ever need, I think.
The only vegan mashed potato.
The only vegan mashed potato recipe.
I don't know why I made these cookbook titles so long. Forget them. But yes, that's right. So here we are. The only vegan mashed potato recipe you'll ever need. It's part of my new Sexy's Best series that you can find at 99publishing.com. Awesome recipes for 99 cents, digital downloads. We save trees, we save animals, we save money.
And I'll put a link in the description box below so you can check out this book.
Again, 99publishing.com, and you find me at all of the social media places, the Sexy Vegan and thesexyvegan.com.
And
that's all you
I'll
need
link
to know.
all that stuff below too.
Link it below. Why are we talking? It's all links.
Well, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this best mashed potato vegan
that you'll ever need.
That you'll ever need.
Close enough.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, subscribe.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
On the what is that thing? The stovetop for these best mashed potatoes you'll ever have. Wait, what did I call my book? The only mashed potato recipe you'll ever need. These titles are too long. I probably could have cleaned that out better. Potatoes scraped off the inside of an oven wall. Not that good. Look, these are really good.